Hello, we are here with Gaby and I'm going to ask her some questions. So, immigration has been a very important issue discussed by the candidates in the 2016 presidential election. Um, First of all, are you familiar with the topic immigration? What's your stance on this topic?
Okay, I am familiar with the topic immigration. It has been a current topic in my English class. And also, I was an immigrant myself, and my stance is many people think immigrants are bad, immigrants are mean, immigrants are dangerous, but the thing is, immigrants are the principal or the first major income of all countries.
Yes. So, can you recount your experience as an immigrant?
I was an immigrant when I was a child. I mean, I was a toddler, so I wasn't aware of everything. But I mean, I do remember there was a time before 911 incident and after the 911 incident. Before the 911 incident, everybody was like kind and they accepted you, and I mean, going through immigration lines and all that wasn't so harsh. And after the 911 incident, it became really harsh. There are good immigrant people, but there are bad polices that like look at you meanly or are rude to you or disrespectful. So it has changed from time to time.
And so, how do your parents um, educate you on this topic? What's their opinion, or how do they deal with the unfair treatments?
Um, I mean,
Well, not
before,
unfair
yeah,
treatments.
okay, before the 911 incident, my parents, I mean, we didn't have problem. My parents got a job. My parents could study. I could go to school. There was no problem. After 911 incident, I mean, my parents didn't lose their job, and I could still go to school. I mean, there was no problem. But every time we went through the airport, they always like separated us. They put my mom in one room, they put my dad in one room, and they put me in another room. They like interrogated us. So my parents were kind of like scared because they didn't want me to go alone because I was like a little child, and they were like, "What's going on?"
Yes.
But I mean, they also like understood. I mean, that they got into the shoes of the United States. Okay, they just went through this major thing.
Yes.
Okay, so but I mean, they were kind of like, I mean, calm down a little bit.
Okay. And have you ever interacted with other immigrants?
Yes,
Like,
I have had many friends that immigrate from United States, from Korea, from I don't know, Argentina. I have friends from several countries, and they at first they are kind of like in the cultural shock, but after that they think us Mexicans are warm people. They like how the immigration process in Mexico has gone through.
and also, Donald Trump is a candidate who has been holding strong ideas of reforming immigration laws. He has proposed that United States should build walls and fences on the Mexican's border because for him, all the Mexicans who cross the borders are potential criminals. So, what do you think about his strong and decisive opinions?
I think Donald Trump is wrong. Not all Mexicans, not all immigrants are rapists, not all immigrants are criminals, not all immigrants are mean. I mean, in the United States, there are also rapists, there are also drug cartels, there are also mean people, and the United States has the highest jail population, so I think that's pretty unfair.
So, so you think that immigrants bring a lot of benefits to the countries?
Yes,
Can
I
you,
do think immigrants bring a lot of benefits to a country because immigration is the major money income to a country because tourists, job trips, and all those things sum up make a lot of money. And like United States is a really big country. Many people go either for business, for pleasure, for I know to pick up a few stuff, and I mean, so it brings a lot of money to the country. So if they exclude a big country like Mexico and its population, their money, I mean, they're gonna like, they're gonna lose money. They're gonna lose a lot of money.
And what's your stance on those unauthorized and or illegal immigrants? Because there are a lot of illegal Mexican immigrants
Yeah.
or from other countries.
I mean, everybody wants to get the best, either for themselves or for their family. Unfortunately, many Mexicans don't think they can get the best out of their country, so they go to the United States. They shouldn't do it in an illegal form. I mean, I am aware that illegal immigration is not a good idea, it's bad, it's dangerous. But I think the way they treat the illegal immigrants is a really harsh way. I mean, we're in the 21st century. They could do it in a more humane way.
Yes.
But either way, I mean, it's no one is right and no one is wrong.
Yes.
I mean, illegal immigrants can do it of the whole process legally, and they wouldn't get in trouble. But also, they shouldn't treat illegal immigrants too that bad.
Yes. Because everybody's situation is different. Because, for example, in Syria, that right now is having a civil war, a lot of people wants to get out of the country, but they cannot. Some reason or another, they cannot get out of the country. So the only way that they can get out of the country is by migrating illegally.
Yeah.
So I think that the purpose is to really to find a safe place. So
the thing is, for Syrian refugees, there are they're like visas or there are permissions that when you're like exiled or when your country's at war, some other countries can provide you like asylum.
Yes.
So the United States has that. So I don't think Syria should do it illegally either, because they have a strong war, so they can use that to go to another country and get safe.
And so, do you think that immigrants are a threat to the people of to a nation, because they might dissolve, or not dissolve, but reduce the country's culture, or because a lot of countries feel threatened by many immigrants.
Okay.
By a lot of immigrants.
I don't really think it will get threatened. I mean, there is no culture that is pure anymore. It's a really multinational and global world. Everybody knows everybody now. The whole world is connected through the internet and everything. So I think culture right now is not just a pure culture, but it's a mixture of everything. And even though immigrants can take their culture, they're not just gonna like give it out to the world. They're gonna like celebrate it by themselves, or people with the similar traditions. So I mean, and I think it's pretty fascinating, the idea of many cultures combining and getting together. I mean, I think that can help the world unification.
Okay, so the last question. The last question is, if you have only one sentence to describe immigrants or immigration, how would you describe it?
Immigration is not bad. But immigrants are not mean. Immigrants are not bad. Immigrants, not all immigrants are bad.
Okay. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.